Hey, I don't feel so good, so I can't prepare dinner tonight. I don't think I should go to the family gathering tomorrow either.
What? Are you serious? I don't want to hear anything about a fake sickness. If there's no dinner tonight, then I'm staying at a hotel. See you there tomorrow.
Wait, meet you there? Do I need to drive? I'm really sick.
Of course, I'm not gonna pick you up.
Why are you so mean?
Because you're just faking it. You just don't want to go and meet my family, right?
I seriously feel like I've got a fever. If I have some type of virus, I might spread it to your family.
You really don't want to go, huh?
Why don't you understand me?
Okay, I'll pick you up in the morning then.
Is there a reason why you want me to go there so bad?
I want you to do all the household chores at my parents' house.
What? I didn't get married to be the housekeeper for your parents' house. I'm actually an office worker. Did you forget that?
You should before I get pissed off. Anyway, be ready when I pick you up tomorrow.
Can you think about my health, though?
I don't want to hear any excuses, so be ready tomorrow, okay?
Okay then. Seems like you don't care about me. A few minutes later.
Hi Liz, how is everything?
Rob, how are you? I'm doing okay.
I'm doing okay also. How's your husband?
Oh, about him. By the way, you're a divorce attorney, right?
Yes, I am. Did something happen?
Yup. I might ask you something, so if I do, can you take care of it?
Of course. You're my friend from college. If you need anything, reach out to me anytime, okay? You always don't reply on someone, so...
Thank you. I'm okay for now, but if I need help, I will let you know. I've been trying to deal with this myself, but I thought I'd rather talk to a pro about this.
Yeah, I understand. Do you want to meet up next week?
That would be great. I appreciate it. The next day. Sorry for sending you a text so early in the morning, but I really need your help. It's urgent.
What happened?
I'm at the hospital right now.
What? I'm gonna head there from now, okay? Can you tell me the name of the hospital?
Thanks, it's such and such hospital. About 10 minutes later.
Where the hell are you?
You punched me in the face, and I had to get taken to the hospital.
Please don't tell me that you're still there.
I am.
Ugh, stop being dramatic and come back here immediately.
Are you serious?
You're just making an excuse because you don't want my mom to treat you like crap, right?
Why don't you understand that I am sick and you also just punched me? You crossed the line.
Yeah, well, excuses. All you do is lie all the time. Listen, if you don't want to get punched in the face again, come back right now.
You are such an ass. Okay, you know what? I'm not going back, and you piss me off. You better be prepared for what's coming to you. A few hours later.
Liz, why are the police at my house?
Because I was tired of your bullshit. You'd better be prepared to lose everything.
What do you mean, everything?
Remember my friend from college, who's a lawyer?
Oh, that douche who thinks that he's cool because he has a strong sense of justice?
He's much better than a scumbag like you. Anyways, I talked to him about everything, and he's pissed. So he quickly prepared a lawsuit. You'd better be ready.
Oh my god, I'm about to get arrested!
What? You're not arrested yet?
I was told to check on the situation first. My mom is getting arrested too? Are you serious? My family is giving me the cold shoulder because of you!
Well, of course! She saw everything, but acted like she saw nothing. Good luck getting questioned by the police. I'm pretty sure that they will know a lot of details about you. I'm not going to forgive you just because you're someone close. I'm going to charge you with assault, so be prepared.
What? Are you serious? We're husband and wife!
Oh, and we're also getting a divorce. It was such a mistake getting married to you in the first place. Do you finally know your place now? You're done. I should have dumped and divorced an asshole like you a long time ago.
Excuse me? What the hell did I do?
Well, I also knew that you were cheating.
What? Cheating?
So I'm going to make you pay for the alimony, the medical bill, and the compensation. You will get arrested, and I think your company will know about this.
Wait, hold up. What the hell are you talking about?
I'm telling you about what will happen to you. What's so confusing about it?
All I did was educate you.
Well, your way of educating me is unforgivable. What you did to me was a crime.
What do you want from me?
Nothing. I just want you to go to hell. Do you now realize how serious this is?
Liz, please calm down. Aren't you exaggerating about being carried to the hospital? I didn't mean to do that.
Well, it's a little too late. I think you're going to lose your position in the company, right?
That's gonna be a problem. Also, I never cheated on you, so why do I need to pay the alimony?
I have all the evidence I need, so you should stop lying. Anyways, I'm still divorcing you.
Divorce? I'm not divorcing you! Are you having fun making me suffer?
Suffer? I'm the one suffering because you hurt me, plus I have a fever. Well, I said everything from my side, so if you don't have anything to say, then bye.
Wait, let's talk and work this out together.
What the is wrong with you?
Excuse me?
There is no way I want to work this out with an asshole like you. Anyways, if you have any problems, contact the lawyer, aka my friend, and not me, okay?
Wait, I still love you though!
I don't. You should regret everything you've done to me. Don't ever contact me again. Do you hear me? After the incident. After the last chat, Derek got arrested with his mom and got questioned by the police. It was found out that he assaulted me multiple times in the past. He tried to make a settlement, but my friend declined. His mom knew about the assault, but decided to hide and lie about it, so she was charged with failure to report a crime, and when her husband found out, he ended up divorcing her, and all the relatives cut ties with both of them. Derek's company found out about everything he did, so he got demoted and transferred to a smaller company in the middle of nowhere, working his butt off to pay off the debt. This is his own fault, and I think he will have a terrible life. On the other hand, I thanked my friend and started a whole new life.
Hey Alice, just thought I should let you know that my sister is staying with us starting next week. So prepare something good for us to eat, okay?
Wait, what? What do you mean she's staying with us? Did I miss something? For how long is she going to be here with us?
She's going to be staying with us permanently, of course. Starting next week, she's going to be a member of this household.
She's going to live here permanently? You're kidding, right? What about our kids?
They're going to be staying with us as well, of course. Where else will they go?
You do remember that she has 5 kids, right? There's no way we could handle this increase in members.
That's all up to how much work and effort you're willing to put into the situation. You can finally raise children like you always wanted to. Aren't you happy? Don't you like kids?
I do like children. But to suddenly push 5 kids onto me without any preparation is impossible to do. I can't handle a sudden change like this.
Jeez, all you do is say that everything is impossible. Can't you try to do something for once in your life? You said that there's no way you're getting pregnant, And now you say you can't raise kids? So then what can you do, huh? Instead of complaining all the time, maybe you should do something useful.
That's easier said than done. What does your sister say about all this?
Of course she agreed to it. If anything, Alyssa said that if you're struggling with infertility, then she is more than happy to give you the experience of raising children.
What about Tate? Is he okay with all of this?
Yeah, he's okay with it too. Don't go calling or texting him about this though, got it? He and Alyssa are going through some things right now. Do you get what I'm saying?
Going through some things? Did something happen between them? Are the kids okay?
This issue is between Alyssa and her husband. This means that you have no need to know anything about this. Butt out.
You say that, yet I'm going to have 5 of their children to take care of in our house starting next week.
My sister, out of the kindness of her heart, is allowing you to raise her kids when you can't, and yet you're being ungrateful and complaining.
This doesn't feel like a heartfelt gesture, but rather an action of pity from someone who thinks they're better than me. Either way, this isn't something I can handle. I'm sure the kids are also going to be stressed from the sudden change of environment.
I've had enough of this. I will not tolerate any more complaints coming from you. I can leave you anytime I want. You aren't a necessary person in my life.
How could you say something like that to me? Do you understand the words you just said to me? Who says that to a person, let alone their wife?
Well, you're jobless and your family isn't that well off either, right? You would be in trouble if I were to leave you, right? I have the divorce papers signed and ready to submit at any given moment. If you don't want that to happen, then you can shut up and listen to what I tell you.
What's gotten into you? Don't you think you're being a little too harsh right now?
Harsh or not, it's true that in order to survive, you need me. You need to wake up and look at the position you're in. If you understand what I'm saying, then hurry up and start getting the house clean for our new members. I only want the best for my sister's arrival. Oh, and also make sure you learn how to raise kids properly.
This is completely messed up! How do you expect me to do this?
That's not my issue. I'm starting a new side job with my sister. We'll make a huge profit with it, so you can look forward to that.
Alyssa, I was hoping you could pick some things up from the store for me.
What? Oh, sorry. I'm too busy with work right now. Could you just go do it?
I'm sorry, but I have my hands full right now. I don't mind if it's just from the gas station around the corner, so could you please go?
The gas station? No way. Those places are really expensive. We have 5 children that we need to raise, so you at least have to think about budgets and all that.
I get that, but still...
If you understand, then you can go to the grocery store no matter how busy you are. I don't mind if dinner is a bit late, although I can't say the same about my brother. Either way, do your best, okay?
I would like to go too, but I have some cleaning and laundry left to do. Or if you could just hang the laundry out to dry after I finish, that would...
Sorry, I don't think you get what I'm saying here. Let me explain to you so that you understand what's going on here. I'm not relaxing here. I'm working in my room. The house chores are your job, right? You should be doing your job on your own.
If that's the case, then could you at least look after your kids? Could I ask you to pick up your kids from school?
Sorry, but I haven't done my makeup or finished my work. So could you pick them up on your way from getting groceries as well?
Their preschool is on the opposite side of the grocery store. There is one near the preschool, but...
Oh, no, don't go there. That place is expensive. Make sure you go to the cheaper place that we always shop at.
That's exactly what I was thinking of, so if you could just...
As a housewife, you should be able to properly manage time and money. That is part of your job as a caretaker. Well, good luck. If you need any help, just let me know. But don't waste my time with things you could easily take care of.
Right, okay. Thanks.
Could you knock it off with the complaints? You finally get to raise kids. This is what you've always wanted to do. Your life goal is being fulfilled. You could at least be grateful for this opportunity.
It's great to look after kids, but you or Alyssa haven't helped out at all. You guys pushed all the house chores and childcare onto me, I can't bear all the responsibilities. Recently, your sister has been ignoring anything I say.
So, she and I are doing important work. How else do you think we're able to have meals on our table? Do you think that just magically happens?
Well, I'm aware of how we have our meals, considering I'm the one who takes the time out of my busy day to make our meals.
Stop with your excuses! We're busy! It doesn't matter if it's a weekday or weekend. We're always working. You're just a wife. All you need to do is shut up and do as you're told.
How dare you have such an old-fashioned mindset in this day and age without any shame?
Either way, all you need to do is shut up and take care of the house and kids. We're living with my sister and her 5 kids. Your task is to take care of all of us. A childless woman like you has nothing better to do, right? If you have any complaints, then we could easily get a divorce.
But we're already divorced? That's why I'm complaining, duh.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I submitted the divorce papers a while ago. So you and I are no longer a thing.
Wait, what? Are you serious right now? Hang on. You're serious. The papers are gone!
Everything going on was way too much to handle. I couldn't stay there any longer.
You may have gotten one over me with this divorce thing, but you're still going to be the one to suffer since you're no longer my wife. You're a jobless housewife with barely any experience of the working world. You can't even afford to pay rent. How are you going to survive? Did you even think that through?
No worries, I can take care of myself. Besides, anything is better than dealing with all of that.
Is that so? Then what are you going to do about the kids? Are you going to leave these kids behind and leave on your own? That's so selfish of you to do that. They like you, and yet you abandoned them.
It's all fine. Tate is going to look after them. So there's no need to try and guilt me into regretting my actions.
What? Did you contact him after I told you not to do that? Why would you do that?
Of course I did. I have to double check with your sister's husband. After all, he is their father. However, from what I learned, your sister stole money from him and is on the run. She took their kids and ran so that she could use them to her advantage to prevent him from calling the police.
That idiot went too far.
You guys really are the worst. Using innocent children as hostages and using our house to protect her. I can't believe that you had me involved with that as well.
Don't believe anything Tate is saying. He's a lunatic who's framing my sister as a criminal.
He didn't seem all that insane when I was talking to him. If anything, your sister seems like the crazy one here. As well as you, Trent. You're just as insane as her.
Causing us unnecessary trouble. I need to tell my sister what's going on immediately.
What are you trying to pull here? Why'd you contact Tate? We told you not to talk to him, didn't we?
Well, I was in a troublesome situation, so I had no other choice. Plus, the kids all seemed terrified of their mother and kept saying how they wanted to see their father for the past 2 weeks.
This is such a pain. How could you be so useless?
You're on the run after stealing money from Tate, right? I won't say anything negative about you, but I do recommend that you hurry up and turn yourself in.
Turn me in? That's pretty dramatic. Besides, what's wrong with a wife spending her husband's money?
I see that you're trying to turn this on me. Anyways, he's apparently aware of your infidelity as well. You can run and hide all you want, but eventually he will pay for someone to tail you.
Shut up. Who do you think you are? You brainless good for nothing. Whatever. You can go tell Tate that this happened because he's extremely weak-willed.
Oh, you should tell him yourself. He's currently waiting downstairs at the apartment garage. You can't run now.
Huh? Why is he here? Why are you taking his side? You barely even know the man.
Rather than being on his side, I'm just extremely annoyed over your siblings. Plus, I feel bad for the kids. I need some type of justice to be served or I just won't feel better. He just happened to be a factor in the process of dealing with this situation.
You've got to be kidding. Do you know what you've done? This is bad. It's all over for me.
You reap what you sow, I think is how the saying goes.
Shut up! You're not making this any better.
I wasn't trying to. How much longer do you intend to run? Your sister got caught, so you should hurry up and turn yourself in. You're only making things worse for yourself.
Why should I? I did nothing wrong. That job I was doing was something that my sister showed me. I didn't know that an illegal service was involved with it. I'm a victim.
Is that so? So then, what about when you were telling me how you're going to be profiting greatly from this job?
Well, that's because Alyssa was telling me how much we'll benefit from the job. I heard that it may have been a little sketchy, but I didn't think it was criminal level.
You weren't aware, even though you were working.
Exactly! I was tricked!
So then why don't you just turn yourself in and explain that? The more you run, the more your argument loses value. Like I said, your running away is only making things worse for yourself.
There's no way anybody would believe what I would say.
Either way, the police will investigate and easily find out that you were aware of what was going on. There's no point in telling me all of these excuses.
I had no other choice. I got fired from my last job.
Wait, really? When did that happen?
About 2 months ago.
Why didn't you tell me?
There's no way I could tell you about how I got fired due to the company downsizing. I tried to look for a job immediately, but it didn't go well. That's when my sister was telling me about how she knows a job that has a bit of a risk, but we could get good money from it. She was having some trouble with Tate, and so we both needed money.
Something like downsizing should have been discussed with me. Well, you always were a prideful person. The reason you wanted to have a kid with me was because you wanted the status of having a proper family, right?
Everyone else around me had a family and was benefiting from it. It's because of you that I was unlucky enough to get fired during the downsizing. They told me that since I don't have a kid, they couldn't prioritize my spot.
Are you seriously placing the blame on me? Do you ever take responsibility for your actions?
Yeah, I'm blaming you for this. If you could have just gotten pregnant, then we wouldn't have been in this position.
Have you ever considered that maybe if you had gained the trust and built a better relationship with your peers, then maybe you could have kept your job? Your former coworkers were all excellent employees, so you making the excuse that you got fired due to being childless is pathetic. You're a pathetic excuse for a man. You need to hurry up and face the reality of that. If I'm being honest here, you were the most troublesome to take care of rather than those 5 kids. A few days later, Trent was spotted walking along the road where he was questioned and eventually arrested by the police. The organization that he and his sister were working for was apparently selling knockoffs at a higher rate than they were worth. Turns out the man Alyssa was seeing was the leader of said organization. Also, it turns out that Alyssa and her boyfriend had planned to eventually force Trent out of their schemes. This means that Alyssa was using her brother's love for her gain. I'm sure the betrayal that Trent felt after he found out was immeasurable. Alyssa and everyone involved were found guilty of theft crimes and were sent to prison, leading to Alyssa's kids having moved in with Tate. With the help of his parent, Tate is taking care of his 5 children. And on weekdays, I look after them, which is great for me as I've always loved children. It helps that they're so well-mannered children. I'm living a much better life now.
Where's my room? I can't find it anywhere. You really think you have a room here? That's hilarious. Seriously, who do you think you are? Wait, are you just messing with me? This feels really strange. I didn't prepare anything for some kind of act. I don't even know what you want from me. What are you talking about? There's no act. What's going on in your head? You're joking, right? This has to be some sort of self-introduction gag or something. It has to be. You must know who I am. Why else would you be saying, "Who are you?" This feels like some sort of test of humor. Do I need to step it up? A humor test? What are you talking about? Look, here's the deal. We don't like the way you do things. Whether you're just clueless or what, you just don't fit in with our family. Seriously? Are you back to that mode again? What do you mean, that mode? You know, that annoying, you're such a burden mode. Like I'm some kind of garbage mother-in-law. You pull that on me sometimes. Is it really enjoyable for you? Annoying burden like a garbage mother-in-law? That's a new one. Why not just say I'm regular garbage? Why the resource garbage label? What's wrong with garbage anyway? I can't play along with this nonsense. More importantly, can you just tell me where my room is? The front desk is totally clueless. Oh, they wouldn't know. Of course not. Just tell me where my room is. I don't have time for this nonsense. Just tell you. You need to be careful about how you speak. You're all alone on this trip. No one is on your side. If you keep making me mad, well, who knows what will happen next? Is this some sort of quiz? Are you going to turn into a demon if I annoy you enough? A demon would be fine. You really don't get it, do you? Look, depending on your attitude, I might have considered treating you better, but you've lost any sympathy I might have had. Sympathy for what? I mean, you come from such a poor family, right? Right from the start, that makes you incompatible with our family. You're probably not even that smart because of it. I thought you were a bit sad, honestly. Who on earth is feeling sorry for me? Who else but you? A woman who can't even hold a decent conversation like this doesn't belong in our family. My husband runs a successful business, and Fred works at a top-tier company. We are an elite, glamorous family. An elite, glamorous family? Wow, Auntie, I can't believe you're saying that. Just be quiet. You're not part of our family. Today we're just going to enjoy our family vacation. And since we only booked one room, you'll be camping outside. Camping outside? Honestly, that's totally fine with me. Totally fine. You really are a typical poor person. But you better make sure you're out of our sight, okay? It's just annoying having a poor person wandering around. Do Chris and Fred feel the same way? Of course! The three of us don't think of you as family at all. We only booked one room, so you should sleep outside. Fred even mentioned he regrets marrying you. That's something I could say back to you, too. Why are you repeating yourself? I can't deal with you anymore. I mean, who wants to date a guy who wears company-issued windbreakers on vacation? How proud do you have to be an employee there? Who cares what anyone wears? It's a free world. Plus, it's something to be proud of. Just get lost already, okay? Fine, I'll leave. Oh, you're talking now? Finally, it'll be quiet. Goodbye. So, here's the thing. Can you just send a ton of spiders into their room or something?
Wait, hold on. First of all, I don't have a bunch of spiders on hand.
But you're the one in charge of this resort, right? You can do it.
Yeah, but if they get hurt or something, it could lead to police involvement. We really should abandon this whole spider operation.
Then what are we going to do? They seriously annoy me. They keep calling me poor and clueless, saying I'm not smart.
Well, I think the clueless part might actually be true.
But seriously, did they say such horrible things to you? That's just unacceptable.
I get it. You're absolutely right. That's why you should really get back at them.
I've been holding it in for so long, but I just can't anymore. It's ridiculous. I came along because Diana invited me. And now I found out I don't even have a room. That's just absurd.
Yeah, it is definitely absurd. No question about that. But you have to remember, I'm the manager of this resort. I have responsibilities and I can't just act on impulse.
Come on. Can you just forget about being all responsible for a second?
Huh?
If you start bringing up all that responsible stuff, it'll never end, right? So let's just not go there. They annoy me and I want revenge. And that's all there is to it.
Wow, that's quite a bold way to persuade someone.
But seriously, you used to be a delinquent, didn't you? You're talking about being responsible, but...
A former delinquent? Come on, just call it what it is. I was a troublemaker. I've decided to protect this inn, entrusted to me by my grandfather. He's the one who helped me turn my life around.
So does that mean you won't help me?
Nope. I'm sticking to my decision to protect the inn, but I can't allow pests like that to stick around.
Wow, are you trying to sound all cool right now? You definitely just tried to sound cool.
Well, yeah, I guess I did.
Alright then, I'm going to go consult with you more about this. Just don't try to act all cool again, okay? It's hard for me to watch family members trying to be all impressive.
Fine, but seriously, let's think this through before we act on it. You might think it's fun to get revenge, but there are consequences to everything we do.
Consequences? Like what? They already insulted me. What more could they do?
Well, you might feel good in the moment, but what if it backfires? You could end up being the one who gets in trouble or looks foolish.
Why do you have to be such a buzzkill? I'm just saying I want some payback.
I understand that, but let's come up with a plan that doesn't involve anything dangerous or reckless.
A plan, huh? So you're saying we should think about it more instead of just jumping right into revenge?
Exactly. Think about it as more of a strategy. We need to figure out the best way to handle this situation without causing any unnecessary drama.
You really think they're going to stop being annoying just because we ignore them? They're relentless. They think they're better than everyone else.
True, they do have a way of getting under people's skin, but I'm sure we can find a way to turn the tables without causing a scene.
Like what? Seriously, give me an idea.
What if we just play nice, act like we're totally okay with them, and then just slowly drive them crazy with our kindness?
Drive them crazy with kindness? That sounds ridiculous.
No, really, it might work. Just think about it. If we pretend to be super friendly, it might confuse them. They won't know how to react.
That could actually be kind of funny. But do you think it'll really work?
Who knows? But it's worth a shot, right? If it doesn't work, we can always reconsider some other tactics later.
Okay, fine, I'm in. But if this fails, you're the one who's going to have to deal with them.
Deal. Just remember, this is about showing them that their behavior won't faze us.
All right, I'm ready to show them just how strong our kindness can be. Let's do this. Hey, what on earth are you doing? What? I'm just doing what you told me. What do you mean? I never told you to do anything like that. Stop it. It's embarrassing. But didn't you say I should sleep outside? You told me to camp out, so that's what I'm doing. Who in their right mind would actually sleep outside like that? The garden is part of the resort property. It's practically trespassing. I have permission from the resort to do this. How on earth did they give you permission for that? What kind of resort is this? Just stop it, okay? Wait, what's it going to be? First you tell me to sleep outside, and now you're telling me not to? You know, I don't have a room to stay in, right? This area is so remote, there are no other places to stay. What else am I supposed to do? If I hadn't bought a tent, I'd be in a much worse situation right now. What do you mean if I hadn't brought a tent? Who normally carries a tent around with them? Well, in case something like this happens, it's good to be prepared. I can't believe this. You're really something else. You know what? Just come to our room already. Wait, are you serious? Is that okay with you? Of course it's okay. I can't have my wife sleeping outside like that. It would be such an embarrassment for the family. Hurry up and get back here. Can I bring the tent with me too? I don't care what you bring, just get back here quickly. Oh, so I can really come in, huh? Yes, I'm telling you, it's fine. Just come to the room, tent and all. Understood, I'll be right there. Honestly, I can't believe you thought camping out was a good idea. I get that you wanted to make a point or something, but there are limits. I thought it would be a fun adventure. I didn't realize you'd be so upset about it. Fun adventure? In the middle of nowhere? While your family is staying in a comfortable room? That's not an adventure. That's just silly. Well, I thought it would be different. You know, a chance to get in touch with nature or whatever. But if you're embarrassed, I'll stop. Thank you. It's not just about being embarrassed. It's just not right. Hey, what's going on here? Who are these kids? These are 4 local kids who live around here. They were riding their bikes by and came over to play in the tent. So what? Why are these kids coming into our room? Well, you said it was okay to move the tent, right? They were around when I was moving, and we started playing solitaire together. Othello is a game for one person. You can't have a bunch of kids in there. Can you just send them somewhere else? They're really getting in the way. Diana, come on. Your reasoning keeps changing. You said it was fine to bring the tent. I didn't expect there would be so many kids in the tent. This ruins the whole trip, and it's inconsiderate to the resort to just increase the number of people in our room without asking. I've got permission from the resort for all of this. But how could that possibly be okay? It seems like we've come to a really sketchy resort. No, this is a really nice resort. They are quite flexible with the rules. Sure, flexibility seems to be a thing here, but these kids are really loud. Can't you do something about it? Well, they're just rambunctious boys, so it's expected they'd be loud. It would be way scarier if they were quiet. You really don't get it, do you? You are a genuine nuisance. Nuisance? Oh, come on, that's just harsh. I'm just trying to make the best of the situation. No, you're actually driving me crazy. This isn't just about me being annoyed. It's about the whole atmosphere being ruined. But you said it was okay to bring the tent, and now I'm just following through with that. Yes, I said that, but I didn't mean for a horde of kids to come along. Well, I didn't expect there to be so many kids either. They just showed up while we were playing. I can't believe I'm saying this, but you need to figure this out. Look, I'll get them out if it really bothers you, but it's just a bit of fun, you know? Fun? This isn't fun for me. Okay, I understand. I'll try to get them to quiet down. No, it's not just about quieting down. Can't you send them back where they came from? But they're having fun. They came all the way over here and they're really excited. Well, I'm not excited about it. I wanted to enjoy this family trip without random kids popping up everywhere. Look, I'm just trying to enjoy my time here with my uncle's kids. Your uncle's kids? How are they related to us? These kids are my uncle's children, so technically that makes them part of our family. Wait, what do you mean? How do these kids relate to me? Well, they're my uncle's kids, so they're your family too. Are you serious? What are you talking about? I know it sounds confusing, but it makes sense. How does that make sense? Just because you say they're family doesn't make it true. Look, my uncle is the manager of this resort. Oh, really? Yes. I wanted to see the kids after a long time, and it just worked out perfectly that you allowed them to come in. So it was your uncle who arranged this whole thing? Exactly. I had a feeling they'd want to come see me. So you set this up on purpose? You knew they'd come here? Well, not exactly set up, but I thought they might get excited. You're telling me that your uncle basically encouraged this? Well, kind of. I had the pamphlet for the resort out, and they saw it and thought it was a great place to be. So your uncle basically manipulated us into coming here? It sounds bad when you put it that way, but yes. This is unreal. Why would he do that? I think he just wanted us all to have fun together. You know, family bonding and all that. Well, it's not family bonding when I feel like a stranger in my own trip. But you're not a stranger. You're part of the family too. How? Because of some distant relation? This doesn't make any sense. You're married into the family, so you're just as important. Important? This is beyond frustrating. Look, I just thought it would be fun for all of us to spend some time together. Fun? It's chaotic. This is not how I envisioned this trip. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it to turn out this way. This was supposed to be a relaxing family vacation, and instead, it feels like a daycare. I promise, if I had known it would turn out like this, I would have said something. You know, it really feels like you've been planning this from the start. No way, I just wanted to reconnect with my family. You are incredibly frustrating. You've brought chaos into what should have been a peaceful getaway. Okay. I'll talk to them and see if they can go back outside or something. No! Just send them home. But they're here now. That's not my problem. I want peace. Fine, I'll deal with it. Just hang tight. I can't believe I'm dealing with this right now. Hey, we'll figure it out. Just give me a minute. This trip was supposed to be about us, not a bunch of random kids. They're not random, they're family. Family or not, they're intruding. You'll see, once we get them settled, it'll be fun. I doubt that. I just want some space. Space? I thought you wanted family time. Not like this. Greg, you are the manager of this resort, right?
Ah, so you found out.
Well, I'm not here as a family member. I'm here as a customer to file a complaint. What on earth is going on here? Your kids are making a ruckus in the room we booked, and it's really bothering us.
I'm really sorry about that, but Brianna told me that you gave your permission for this.
I would never give permission for that. Get them out of here right now. We're the paying guest.
Understood. I will take care of this immediately. I sincerely apologize for the inconvenience.
Honestly, what do you think this business is?
However, I couldn't just ignore my niece being left out. I heard that the other families were excluding her.
That doesn't have anything to do with you.
No, I'm one of the relatives too, so it's not unrelated.
Even if that's the case, we're still the paying customers. We've paid for our stay, so you should have the appropriate attitude as the manager.
Understood. In that case, I'll refund the entire amount you paid. Therefore, I must decline your stay for tonight.
What?
Since I'm returning your money, I believe that makes you no longer our customer. I'm speaking from the perspective of a family member here. Also, I need to apologize to Brianna as well.
Don't joke around. Just because you're giving me my money back doesn't mean you can do this to me.
However, the terms of service you agreed to when making your reservation do state that cancellations may occur due to our circumstances.
I've never heard of anyone actually being canceled on like this. Just let me stay. There are no buses left for me to go anywhere.
By the way, how about camping in the garden? You're welcome to do that, since Brianna has a tent.
You are really underestimating me, aren't you? I can see where Brianna gets her lack of depth from.
Huh?
What do you mean by that?
Are you saying that Brianna and I, along with my family, all lack depth? What's that supposed to mean?
What kind of language is that?
What do you think you know about Brianna or me? Take back what you just said about lacking depth.
You think I'm scared of your attitude? Listen, I have a husband and a son. You think I'm just going to back down from a fight that I can't win?
Then bring both of them here. Right now, got it?
No, I can't do that.
Come on, I'm challenging you. Bring them here.
Fine. You want a challenge? I'm up for it. I'm not backing down now.
You think you can just talk to me like that? I have the authority here. You're just making a big mistake. So, in the end, they're not coming, huh? Both your husband and son are just a couple of cowards. So it's settled then. You're free to go home, right?
Fine by me. I'll never set foot in this resort again. The taxi is on its way, and I'm getting out of here. Just you wait. I'll leave a terrible review later.
Go ahead and do what you want. Just remember not to treat Brianna with that disrespect ever again. Although, to be honest, she said she's gonna divorce you and cut ties.
I wouldn't want a person like that as my wife anyway. It's all good.
Honestly, I don't care. Just leave already. Guests like you are a nuisance to the other people staying here.
You... Diana, I think throwing trash into the open-air bath, no matter how angry you are, is a bit much, don't you think? Shut up! After everything that happened to me, I just can't go home empty-handed. This little bit of revenge is totally justified. Wait, how do you know about this? It's been causing a bit of a stir online. There's a video of you guys throwing trash into the open-air bath from outside the resort. What? A video? Yep. If you have a bunch of crazy people acting like that, someone is definitely going to film it. At this rate, it won't be long before Fred's workplace is identified too. What do you mean by that? Your faces are clearly shown, and you're calling out Fred loudly. Plus, you're wearing the company-issued windbreaker, so it's pretty identifiable. Oh no. Hey, can I ask you for a favor? Can you help clear up this misunderstanding? I don't think there's any misunderstanding here, but as your son's wife, I might be able to change the impression a bit. Then please do. I really lost my temper and acted out of anger. I truly regret it. I'm serious. So please, stop this firestorm. However, this is behavior that deserves some kind of social punishment. Plus, I'm planning to divorce Fred, so once that happens, we'll be strangers. That might make it impossible. No way! By the way, my uncle is planning to sue you for business interference, and I'm going to sue you for defamation. But wait a second, I'm sorry. I really regret my actions, so please, don't go through with the lawsuits. This would be my first time suing someone, and I'm actually really looking forward to it, so I'm not going to stop. Are you serious right now? You need to reconsider. It's going to be a loss for you too. Is it? I don't really know. I haven't received much education on this. Look, I can't believe you're actually serious about this. You're willing to escalate it to lawsuits over some trash being thrown into a bath? This isn't the kind of attention you want, and you know it. Think about how this will affect your future. Future? I don't care about that. I'm too upset right now. This is my moment of revenge. But you're just creating more problems for yourself. What happens if your uncle's lawsuit goes through? You'll have a mark on your record, not to mention this will follow you everywhere. I don't think you understand. I'm not afraid of consequences anymore. I've been treated like garbage for too long, and now I'm finally standing up for myself. Standing up for yourself shouldn't look like this. You're acting recklessly. This isn't just about you. You're dragging everyone else into this mess. Who cares about everyone else? I've always been the one getting pushed around. Now it's my turn to fight back. But at what cost? Do you really think this petty revenge is worth it? Think about the damage you're doing to yourself and your relationships. Relationships? What relationships? All I have is this ridiculous connection with Fred and a bunch of kids I barely know. I'm done with all of it. You might feel that way now, but trust me, you're going to regret this. You'll look back and see how this moment of anger destroyed any chance of reconciling or having a good future. Maybe you're right, but right now, I don't want to hear it. I just want to feel like I have control for once. I get that, but you're going about it all wrong. There are healthier ways to express your feelings than resorting to this kind of chaos. You don't know what it's like to be in my shoes. You can't just sit there and lecture me on how to feel. I'm not lecturing you. I'm trying to help you see the bigger picture. You don't want to end up in a worse situation than you already are. This is the one who is going to end up at the bottom of the barrel. What? Remember, I don't have a very good education anyway, so I don't care how I end up after this, as long as you end up worse than me.
Brianna, thank you for everything yesterday. It really seemed like you went home, but what happened after that?
I ended up staying at a hotel at the foot of the mountain. Unlike the resort's futons, a high-quality bed is just so much better for a good night's sleep.
How can you say that to me? Well, I'm glad you were able to sleep well. I was really worried about you.
Thank you for everything, Uncle. Hey, I have to ask, you really told Diana off, didn't you? I mean, she was completely out of control. It must have been because you stepped in, right? I can see right through you. Come on, just tell me the truth.
No way, I'm not gonna share that with you. You know, you wouldn't want to think of your relative as trying to look cool, would ya?
But come on, you really did something impressive. You can't just leave me hanging like this. I can only imagine what you said that made her freak out like that. It's not every day someone puts Diana in her place, you know.
Well, let's just say I had a little chat with her. I figured someone needed to remind her that she can't just act however she wants and expect everyone to go along with it. It's important to set boundaries, even with family.
Wow, I didn't know you had it in you. I mean, you're always so calm and collected. Seeing you stand up to her is honestly inspiring.
I appreciate that, but it wasn't easy. I just did what I felt was necessary. You need to stand your ground sometimes, especially when it comes to family drama.
You're right. I'm just glad you were there to back me up, even if it was in your own way. It feels great to know I have you in my corner.
Of course! Family sticks together no matter what. Just remember, if you ever need support, I'm always here for you.
Thanks, Uncle. That really means a lot to me. Diana and her associates were ordered by the court to pay substantial compensation and damages to the resort, a decision that was not only significant for the resort, but also deeply impactful for me personally. Alongside this, they were also mandated to pay me a sum for emotional distress, which I had experienced in great measure. This ruling felt like a monumental victory, an acknowledgement of the pain and chaos their actions had inflicted on my life. The judicial system recognized the extent of the harm caused, which was incredibly validating and served as a reminder that justice can prevail, even in a world that sometimes seems unjust. The court's decision did not come without its own set of consequences. As the news of their reckless behavior spread rapidly through social media channels, the ramifications of their actions expanded significantly. It was astonishing to witness how quickly information could disseminate in today's digital age. What started as a private matter quickly turned into a public spectacle, illustrating the power and reach of social media. Fred, who had already been struggling to cope with the fallout from our divorce, found himself in an increasingly difficult situation. The social scrutiny he faced from friends, colleagues, and acquaintances became an unbearable burden. Whispers and judgments surrounded him constantly, and he ultimately reached a breaking point. Unable to tolerate the shame and ostracism, Fred made the decision to resign voluntarily from his position at the company. This decision was not taken lightly. It was a complex choice born out of desperation and the need to reclaim some semblance of dignity. Fred had been a respected figure in his professional life, and the abrupt transition to feeling marginalized and scrutinized was particularly challenging for him. The psychological toll of public judgment can be immense, and it became evident that he was struggling under the weight of his choices. In the past, he had enjoyed a sense of security and prestige, but that sense of normalcy had been shattered by the public's perception of him. It serves as a stark reminder of how fragile reputations can be, and how swiftly they can crumble, often as a result of poor decisions and actions taken by others. Following the court ruling, their choice to leave became dramatically apparent. They effectively became a family that vanished under the cover of darkness, fleeing their home and the consequences of their actions. The term midnight escape seemed to fit their situation perfectly. They left behind not only their possessions, but also the community that had once embraced them. The contrast between their past life and their present circumstances is both striking and poignant. Reports suggest that they are now living in a distant town, struggling to make ends meet, and grappling with the harsh realities of financial hardship. The irony of their situation is palpable. They went from what many would consider a comfortable, privileged existence to a life marked by poverty and deprivation. In stark contrast, my life took a different trajectory. I seized the opportunity to work at my uncle's resort, which turned out to be a pivotal moment in my life. It was not just about earning a paycheck. It was about rebuilding my identity and forging a new path for myself. Working at the resort has allowed me to immerse myself in a vibrant environment filled with natural beauty. The job presented opportunities to connect with a diverse group of people, each with their own unique stories and experiences. I encountered families, children, and tourists who visit the resort for a getaway, bringing with them joy and laughter. Being surrounded by energetic children has been especially rewarding for me. Their laughter fills the air, and their boundless enthusiasm is contagious. Each day spent with them is an adventure, bringing a sense of fulfillment that I never expected to find after the chaos of my past. I engage in various activities with them, whether it's organizing games, storytelling sessions, or simply enjoying the outdoors together. These moments serve as a reminder of the beauty of life, the innocence of childhood, and the joy that comes from simple pleasures. Reflecting on everything that has transpired, I am genuinely surprised by how well the process of seeking justice and personal healing has unfolded. Initially, I never imagined that my life would take this turn. It all began with the turmoil caused by Diana and Fred's actions, which ultimately led to the courtroom drama that followed. Each twist and turn of this journey brought a complex mix of emotions: anger, sadness, relief, and ultimately empowerment. The intricacies of human relationships and the consequences of our choices became glaringly evident to me. Experiencing my first court case was both daunting and enlightening. I approached the proceedings with a mix of trepidation and anticipation. The legal system felt intimidating, yet it also presented an opportunity for growth. I gained invaluable insights into the intricacies of the judicial process and a deeper understanding of my rights as an individual. The tension in the courtroom, the arguments presented by both sides, and the eventual ruling were all moments that will remain vividly etched in my memory. It was empowering to stand up for myself, to advocate for my rights, and to emerge from that experience with a renewed sense of agency and purpose. The memories of that courtroom, the discussions, and the decisions rendered will stay with me forever. I gained not just a financial settlement, but also a newfound strength and resilience. I discovered that I could confront challenges head-on, advocate for myself, and emerge from adversity stronger than before. This experience shaped my understanding of justice and accountability, reinforcing the idea that we have the power to take control of our lives and seek what we truly deserve. In the aftermath of this journey, I realized that it has evolved into more than just a story of revenge or compensation. It has become a narrative of personal growth and self-discovery. I have learned to embrace the challenges that life presents and turn them into opportunities for positive change. My job at my uncle's resort has provided me with a fresh start, filled with hope and the promise of a better tomorrow. Each day, I find strength in the relationships I am building, the work I'm doing, and the lessons I am learning. As I engage more deeply with my work at the resort, I have also had the opportunity to develop my skills. I have taken on various responsibilities that have allowed me to explore my interest and capabilities. For instance, I have become involved in organizing events and activities for the guest. Whether it's planning themed nights or coordinating children's programs, I have found joy in creating memorable experiences for others. It has been rewarding to see families enjoying their time together and creating lasting memories, knowing that I played a role in facilitating that joy. The resort itself is located in a stunning area, surrounded by lush forest and sparkling waters. The beauty of the natural surroundings never fails to inspire me. During breaks, I often take long walks along the shore or through the trees, allowing myself to immerse in the tranquility of nature. These moments of solitude provide me with the space to reflect on my journey, appreciate how far I have come, and find clarity amidst the chaos of life. Nature has a unique way of grounding us, reminding us of the beauty that exists in the world, even when faced with adversity. The strength I have gained through these experiences empowers me to face whatever comes next with confidence and resilience. The journey has reinforced my belief that we are all capable of overcoming adversity and creating lives that reflect our values and aspirations. As I move forward, I carry with me the lessons learned from my past experiences. I am deeply aware of the power of resilience, the importance of community, and the strength that comes from self-advocacy. Now, as I reflect on my life, I find solace in knowing that I have overcome significant hurdles. Each day presents new opportunities, and I approach them with an open heart and mind. I look forward to what the future holds, knowing that I have the strength to navigate whatever challenges may come my way. The essence of life lies in our ability to adapt, learn, and grow, and I embrace that with open arms. The journey of healing and rebuilding has not been without its challenges. There were moments when doubt crept in, when I questioned whether I was making the right decisions, and whether I would ever truly recover from the turmoil of my past. However, each time I faced these doubts, I found ways to confront them, to challenge the negativity that threatened to overwhelm me. Engaging with supportive friends, immersing myself in my work, and reflecting on my progress have all been instrumental in this process. During this time, I have also sought out new connections and friendships. The people I work with at the resort have become an invaluable support system. They understand the complexities of life, and they share their own stories of struggle and triumph, creating an environment where we can uplift one another. It's heartening to know that I am not alone in this journey. I have found camaraderie in our shared experiences, and these friendships have added depth and richness to my life. In the evenings, I often take long walks along the beach near the resort. The sound of the waves crashing against the shore and the cool breeze invigorate my spirit. It is during these moments of solitude that I find clarity and peace. I reflect on my journey, allowing myself to feel gratitude for the lessons learned, the relationships formed, and the strength discovered within myself. These walls have become a ritual for me, a time to connect with my thoughts and emotions, and to appreciate the beauty of the world around me. As I continue to forge my path forward, I am reminded of the importance of setting goals for myself. I have started to dream bigger and envision a future that aligns with my values and passions. Whether it's advancing my career, deepening my connections with others, or exploring new hobbies, I am determined to live a life that is fulfilling and authentic. I refuse to let the shadows of my past define my future. Instead, I strive to create a life that reflects my true self, one that is marked by resilience, joy, and purpose.
Come on now, Gavin. Where are you this late at night? Your car isn't in the driveway, meaning you've gone out pretty far this time, I'm sure. If you're going to leave and be gone for a long time, please let me know first, all right? I'm a bit worried about you now.
What do you want from me now? Is it really that important to you that I tell you every little thing about myself? I'm just out getting a little fresh air is all right?
Do you understand that tomorrow is going to be our wedding? We have to be up really early in the morning to start getting ourselves ready for everything.
And that's the reason for all of this?
What? For all of what?
This is gonna be my last night as a single man, so let me have my freedom. Also, this car happens to be my high-end car. Why do you care that I've taken it out? I don't ever remember asking you to keep an eye on it for me.
I'm very well aware of that, Gavin.
Stop trying to act like you get to know everything about me when you're not even making as much as I am. Are you wanting to get married to me so badly, yet you're not going to bother letting me be me? I do not want to be married to a monster, so you'd better stop it with all that nagging right now, lol.
You happen to be pretty wild when you drive. Make sure you make it home in one piece tonight. I understand you wanting to spread your wings one last time before the wedding, but let's just both make sure we're ready for the wedding tomorrow morning.
Please excuse me for texting you at such a late time as this. I was just heading back home from work a second ago, but I got a look at my older brother out on the streets. You both are supposed to be getting married tomorrow, right? Why is he still out this late at night?
Hayes, thank you so much for updating me like this. He's told me that it's his last night as a single man tonight, so he wants to be on his own for a bit.
What? But this late at night?
We are getting married really soon. And he'll also be expected to get the company from his dad soon, so I think he just wants one last chance to spread his wings. Sorry if that's worried you at all.
Wait a second. You're telling me Gavin is going to get the company? Are you certain about that?
Yeah, he told me about it only recently, so I was just as shocked as you probably are now. Just last month, his dad asked him to be the one to take over the company when he leaves, so that's how things came about. I'm not sure what the reason really is for all of that, but Gavin has been really happy that his dad is finally trusting him enough to let him have the company after he's gone. He's always been going on about how his salary is going to be huge once he's the CEO. I think he's gotten a little too carried away with the idea of being the next CEO, but I can also understand why he'd be so excited over it.
There's no way. There's no way he's going to be the next CEO. Dakota, my brother's lying to you about all that.
What? What do you mean he's been lying to me about it? Hasn't he always been the one your dad has been wanting to make the next CEO? I thought this was all in the talks for a long time now.
I understand you wanting to think things like that, since he's the oldest son, so don't take any of this the wrong way. But, well...
Gavin, answer me, gosh dang it! Why have you done all of this to me? The wedding is ruined now because of you, Gavin. Where are you even at now? What the hell were you thinking, holding the hand of one of my best friends and walking out of the wedding like that? That's screwed up on so many levels that I can't even begin to understand how you could do that to me.
Shut the hell up! You saw it with your own eyes, right? So you should be able to understand what's going on here. Take a real close look at the reality you're in now, lol.
Huh?
You just have to think a little, and you'll be able to guess what's happened. I'm not going to be able to marry such a monster as yourself now. I'm going to be marrying Kana now. So don't you dare try getting in our way.
What do you mean for me to not dare get in your way? I am your fiancé, Gavin. Don't you dare start trying to play games with me.
I'm not playing games with you, Dakota. What I've chosen to do here is very much real, and is what I want. And before I'd even started to go out with you, I had known about Kana, and I've been friends with her this whole time!
What?
When you came around, I was happy to have started dating you. But when you and I decided that we wanted to get married, you started to act more strongly around me. I cannot be seen married to some overpowering woman like you, alright? It's just not going to happen. Who do you even think you are?
I have not been trying to overpower you, Gavin. The only reason I've been warning you more about things is because you and I had been planning on getting married, and I wanted to make sure you and I were both ready. It's not like I was trying to change you or anything. If you were having such a problem with me thinking about us so much, then you should have said something sooner.
I know it's about more than the two of us being ready. It's about you wanting to be more powerful than me. Compared to some dominant witch like you, Kana has been so kind to me. She doesn't care about the things I do, and makes sure to let me take charge when it comes to what we do as a couple. I have to be there to take care of her, as her man. So don't you frickin' get in the way of us!
Are you kidding me, Gavin?
That's just how serious I am about Kana and I!
I see. All right then. You happen to like her a whole lot more than me now and want her to be your wife.
That's exactly right, lol. I'm glad to see you finally coming around to understanding things, lol. But how can I be so sure of that? You do happen to be a very big idiot, lol.
I want to know something now then. What is all of this debt? I just got back into the changing room and found divorce papers and a contract on my desk. $50,000? What the hell is all that from?
That happens to be all the money I borrowed, lol.
Huh?
To tell you the truth, back when I bought my car, I had to take out a loan, lol. So now that you're aware of that, I'll have you pay it all off for me, lol. I have to focus on my new woman and I being happy now. So take care.
Are you kidding me right now?
Don't get so upset with me now, lol. I'm sorry that I left you on the day of our wedding for a better woman, lol. I could tell while walking out of there that things were getting a little tense. So good luck with all the guests, lol. Then I'll be taking Dakota. Huh? Who's this? Hey! You reply to me right now! Who the hell are you using Dakota's phone to text me like that?
Ah, is this you again? I've heard about you, and it appears you're at your parents' house right now. Was it fun having those 2 days worth of love with my friend? I wouldn't call any of that fun myself, but you seemed excited about starting your new love life with Kana over me. I'm going to go ahead and say you deserve what's coming to you, and that I'm never going to bother coming back for you either.
Hey, you stupid witch! If you know where I am right now, why haven't you come to see me yet?
Did you not just read what I had typed out for you? I don't care about you anymore, and there is no reason I should have to go all the way to your parents' house now to see you. You were the one that threw me away after all, so don't you feel as though you're being a little unfair by saying something like that?
Don't you stop picking me apart! I want you to come to my parents' house right now! You are my wife, right? You come here right now and take care of me after that accident.
I'm not your wife. All you are to me now is some random stranger that I don't have any relation to. So don't expect me to come and care for your hurt butt.
Huh?
I'm sure you already knew what was going to happen, right? The day you and I went to the courthouse to get married, you also took some of the divorce papers they had and filled them out. Well, I just took those and handed them in. You did leave them for me to hand in at the wedding after you ran off. So I'm not your wife at all now.
What? Why would you do something like that without asking me first?
Without asking you? I don't remember having to ever ask you for permission to do anything when you're the one who left those papers filled out for me, right? And it wasn't just the divorce you wanted, but you also canceled the wedding on me and tried to force me to pay off your debts for you. I'm not some idiot. I wasn't just going to stay married to you after all that went down.
You... Shut the hell up! Are you trying to say that I'm the idiot here?
Well, you were the one that wanted to become the idiot, right? Especially after hearing about the reason you had to go back to living with your parents now. I was laughing my butt off when I first heard about you. You were in such a rush to get away from everyone with Kana, but before you could leave town, you wanted to go and steal your parents' checkbook in order to pay off your debt with their money. And as you were racing to their house to get it, you got into a car accident. And not just that, though, but you were so embarrassed about crashing your expensive car that you didn't even bother to call the police, instead taking yourself home to your mom and dad covered in blood and asking for help. I'm sure your mom and dad are tired of you being around them now, right?
Crap! How dare you start making fun of me over something like that? Shut the hell up and come care for me! I have plenty of broken bones right now and can't take care of myself.
No way. Why don't you ask Kana to come over and care for you? You and her were doing so well together, right? You wanted to be the one to protect her and everything, so ask her to come over and care for her big man.
Kana is... In the crash, she got hurt just as badly as me, and ended up with a huge gash across her face. She's having to deal with all that right now, so in her place, I want you here caring for me.
Oh no, Kana got a gash across her face? Ooh, she was this cute little woman that you said you'd protect and everything, but instead you've gone and hurt her face. What a great punishment.
Huh? Do you not care that your best friend got seriously hurt in that accident? Are you really that heartless?
She was my best friend. Not anymore, though. I'm not that kind, all right? I would never stay friends with someone that thought it was okay to steal my husband at our wedding.
You monster!
Hey, I'm not the one that caused that wreck in the first place. You were the one at the wheel, and now both you and her have to pay for it. Perhaps you should have done something about your reckless driving that I tried to warn you about. But that's the problem. You always saw me worrying for you and wanting the best for you as me trying to be overpowering, right? I guess Kana was perfect for you because she must not have been warning you like I had. Well, let's just say your predicament is all your fault for never listening to my words, so you're going to have to do something about your situation on your own. I happen to know where your parents live, so I'll send your things to that address. Now, you have fun in hell.
What the hell is wrong with you? My driving was not the problem here. It was always because you'd say such unnecessary crap while I was driving that I couldn't pay attention. This is all because of you. I want you to take full responsibility for all of this. Hey, reply to me right now, you crazy witch! What the hell is this? What the hell are you trying to do to me?
What? You must have had a good look at the papers I sent to your parents' house, right? Well, it's just as everything reads. I would like to get a settlement from you. I told you I'd be sending you your things back to your parents' house, and those papers just happened to be very important to you. You should be thankful that I was willing to send you all your things. But of course, in your fashion, you only care about the things that mean good to you.
There's no way someone can be as heartless as you. Especially when I'm badly injured and can't move at all. You don't even have a gosh dang soul, you.
You're going to say that to me? After you ran away from me with my best friend and I couldn't move after you at all in my huge wedding dress and heels? Well, I'm totally fine being viewed as a demon. I was made this way by you, after all. You ran off with another woman you cheated on me with, so I'm going to make sure you pay up for that. I have every right to your money, correct?
Crap! I'd only just gotten rid of my debt. Who the hell do you think is going to give you any dang money?
You got rid of all your debt? What are you talking about? You didn't get rid of any of your debt, Gavin. You just tried to push it off on me when it's meant to be paid off by you.
Huh?
I had a good talk with my lawyer about all of this. He told me you had that debt before we ever got married, so that means you have to keep it for yourself. And even if we were married before you took that loan, I was never the one to sign for it, so the only person responsible for paying it all off is you. So, leaving me with the contract you signed for that loan isn't going to automatically make me the one responsible for it.
No way! You're lying! There's no way! I know for a fact that I can make you pay off my debt after we got married, and that's what I've done. Your lawyer that you've been talking with is just an idiot, lol. I'm sure because you owe you. You weren't even able to get yourself a decent lawyer anyway, and went for the cheapest one you could find, lol.
Go ahead and say what you'd like about my lawyer and I. But my lawyer happens to be your little brother, so you might want to knock all that off.
What?
Ugh, Hayes was right about having you for an older brother. You really are the crappiest person to have as family, and I don't blame him for wanting to fight you in court on my behalf. By the way, did you even know that your own little brother has been a lawyer this whole time?
Hey! Wait a second, alright? Hayes is a lawyer?
He sure is. And he's going to be the one helping me take you on in court when I make sure to ask for that settlement. I've heard all about your family, by the way. Your parents seem to care a whole lot more about you than they did Hayes. And the only reason your parents were so kind to me all the time is because I was the wife of the oldest, right? They always wanted to make sure their oldest son got the best. And because of that, they always seemed to look away from Hayes' needs and act like he had to handle himself.
Well, the oldest is the most important to the family. You should already know that. I'm going to be the one getting all my parents' things when they pass away. And unlike me, Hayes is a total idiot. So of course my parents would only want to care for me.
And that's why things have ended up this way for you, Gavin. Did you know that while you had all your college paid for by your parents, Hayes had to pay off all his schooling on his own? And ever since Hayes was born, he only ever received hand-me-downs from you and nothing else. You would even laugh about that and make sure a lot of your clothes were stained up before giving them to him. I find it really hard to believe that there is someone with your nerve who thinks it's okay to treat their brother like that. But I guess you didn't even care to treat your own wife with any respect, so you might actually have the nerve to do things like that to your own family. I just wish that things could have ended up better for Hayes and I, and that's why today the two of us will begin to fight you over what you've done.
He is my little brother, you idiots. I can say and do whatever I'd like to him. And none of that has anything to do with you. It's not my fault he was born after me and with half the brain, lol. If he really had a problem with me how he was treated by me, and still is, then he needs to step up and fight me over it, lol. Then I might stop making fun of him all the time, and respect him a little, lol.
Well, like I said, we will be fighting back now.
What?
What do you mean, what? I just told you that he's going to get back at you now. And in more ways than just one. I mean, even right now, Hayes is in charge of his own branch because of how great of a lawyer he is.
That guy's in charge of his own branch?
Did you not even know that? Well, it's not like you actually listen to anything you're told anyway about him. You just resort to calling him an idiot and then say he works in a factory or something. That's what you do, right? You just treat him like he's nothing, even though he has the proof to show you that he's way more than you are. It's crazy that I know the true him and you don't, even though I only just got to meet him a few months ago. You never invited him to come see me when I met your parents, and even after that, the only time I got to see him in person is when he went out of his way to talk to me. Well, I'm glad that unlike you and your parents, he's a different kind of person. He turns out to be way better than you at everything, and has even surpassed your own parents.
Huh? There's no way he's better than me at everything, lol.
Even now, you're going to keep acting like you're better than him? I can't believe you are this thick-headed, Gavin. I want you to cut the crap right now and start understanding that you have always been the number 2 in your family. I really want you to be aware that after everything you've done, you haven't only pissed me off, but you've also really gone and pissed off your brother. I don't care that you have so much debt you're still needing to pay off. We are going to make sure you pay for everything you've done, starting with the settlement. Don't even think for a second you'll be running away this time. We want you to burn in hell. Get ready to face your punishment.
You and Hayes have no right acting like that towards me. But oh well, Hall. I'm sure he doesn't know anything about this yet, but I'm going to be taking over my dad's company. When it comes to money, I can make anything happen, lol. You want me to pay off that settlement? Sure thing. And once I've done that, you both stay the hell away from me, lol. I'm sorry, but you guys aren't going to make me go to hell, lol. Hey, Hayes! I found out that you started to make Dakota believe some lies now. I'm going to be the one taking over Dad's company, so you can start thinking of me as the CEO, lol. You can claim to be a lawyer all you want, but compared to a CEO, you are nothing. And I'll make you pay for talking about me like you have with Dakota. I'm going to start talking about how you've been going out with her behind my back, and everything as well, and get myself a sweet settlement from you both, lol. I'm going to teach you a lesson that you won't be able to avoid, lol. I never thought you were that brainless of a person, Gavin. It's kind of embarrassing to call you my older brother anymore, because of how stupid you act. What did you say to me? Do you have any idea what you just said to your older brother? You have no right talking to me like that, when you're the one putting your hands on my wife! I'm sure you're pretty confused about all of this, but I haven't laid a finger on her. But, unlike myself, we happen to have a ton of evidence showing that you've been cheating on her with Kana. So you can just shut up now and pay off the settlement she's asking for. Like I'd ever, lol. I'll pay her that settlement like she's asking for, since I'm going to have all that company's money at my disposal. But I'm not going to shut up about it. I'm sure as hell not going to apologize for any of it to lowlives like you guys. I'm the CEO now, and will not be seen apologizing to your kind. If you really go through with taking over Dad's company, you're going to be putting yourself into more debt. Huh? What are you talking about now, lol? You seem to have been spoiled so often that you never think anything bad about Dad's company. And when it comes to you now, you only choose to believe the things you want to. But I think it's time you really open your eyes. For a very long time now, Dad's company has been going down, and he hasn't been out of the red in a decade. If I were in your shoes, I sure wouldn't want to take over a company like that. What? Huh? You're lying, right? Dad isn't in that bad of a situation, is he? Oh, you trying to play with me now? I'm not trying to play with you at all. Rather, I'm just trying to give you one last chance as your little brother to take my word for it. If you don't want to believe what I'm saying, then you're free to do so. However, if you want a reason to believe what I'm saying here, take a look at your email. I just sent you some information on Dad's company. I'm looking right now. What? This can't be real, can it? It is very real. I'm sorry that you believed otherwise for so long. Then what should I do about all my debt? If I take over Dad's company, I won't have any money to pay off my own debt. I'm not sure what you can do. Nor do I care. Do something with your own strength. You were the one asking for this to happen all along, right? You happen to have your own portion of a company now, right? Please, help me out with all this! You're not going to turn away your older brother's need for help, right? Shut the hell up, Gavin. What? I'm asking you to just shut the hell up. Don't you frickin' try any of that crap with me now. You always look down on me and acted like I'm nothing. So what makes you think you can start asking for my help? The reason I've worked so hard to be where I am now is in order to cut ties with all of you for good. I don't want to be a part of your guys' family anymore, especially since it's not like I ever was a part of it to begin with. So after today, you and I are done with. Don't try talking to me again. I want you to pay off that settlement to Dakota, and then leave us both alone. And until the day you've done that, I'm going to keep digging deeper into you, making your life more and more unbearable. I think that's my right as your little brother. To be here to make sure you take responsibility for all your actions. Wait a second. Please, just help me out this once. If you don't do something, I'm going to have to live the rest of my life in debt! Help me, gosh dang it! Dakota, I finished talking with Gavin for you. I was also able to get him to agree to paying you back, so this is pretty much over with now.
Thank you so much, Hayes. I'm sorry that I kind of forced you to handle all of the talking.
Don't worry about that. I wouldn't ever want to make you have to talk to that idiot again. I also happen to be your lawyer, so it's kind of my job to handle things like this.
Hayes, thank you so much, alright? If I never had you here to help me, I'm not sure how things would be ending up for me.
You can just leave it at thanks. Also, he happens to be my brother, so I'm really sorry for all the terrible things he did to you. I don't think he'll ever apologize to you personally, so allow me to do that in his place.
You shouldn't have to apologize for a monster like him. It's because of you that I was able to avoid having to pay anything for the canceled wedding, so I was able to escape from Gavin without having to lose that much. Also, because of you, I was able to talk with my family and friends about it without feeling fear. I really am thankful for you. Thank you so much for being my friend in all of this.
You are a really strong woman, Dakota. I was afraid that in your situation you might be sucked into a path of constant sadness and despair. But you really pulled through and helped out a lot in defeating Gavin.
But Hayes, you shouldn't have to be thankful for me being around, as this was all my problem to begin with. Are you doing all right yourself after what happened?
What?
I guess I'm asking if you're okay in general. You've spent all your life having to deal with such a cold and heartless family, yet you still came around them when it came to my marriage with Gavin. I feel like all of this must have been really hard on you, and that what Gavin had done might have hurt you as well. Of course, I'm really happy that you came to help me with all the legal stuff, but you've helped me fight your own family.
I knew you'd worry about something like that. Well, to be honest, I've always wanted to get back at Gavin for all he's done to me. And now, I was finally able to get my payback. But I'm not feeling as happy about it as I thought I would. I'm still wondering if there would have been a better way to take him on. Or if there was a way to talk away into becoming family. I will probably be thinking about this a lot from now on. What an idiot I am. I could have cut ties to all of them long ago if I had just given up of wanting to get back at my brother.
Don't beat yourself up like that. You're not to blame for the feelings you're having.
Dakota?
Your family is just a bunch of jerks, and they don't seem to understand how kind of a person you really are. So please, don't feel as though you've done anything wrong by taking down your brother this way.
I really like how soft your words are when talking about someone else. It makes me feel a lot better, hearing such things like that from you.
What?
I'm sure you don't remember this, but back when I wanted to first meet the woman my brother was marrying, you actually came out to see me. It was nice to see someone actually wanting to see me, especially when that someone was going to become my family. You made me really happy then, Dakota.
Is that so? I didn't really talk about much with you then, though.
But even if we didn't talk about much, I was so happy to have someone to talk to. And since you were my brother's fiancé at the time, I had prayed things would go well for you both, so that you'd become my sister-in-law. But now that things didn't go well between you and him, I've changed how I feel. I don't want to pray that things will go well between you and him, but that things go well between you and I. I want to make you happy, Dakota.
Thank you so much, Hayes.
I understand this is a bit strange. I know that it'll be hard to change the feelings you already have for me, since I was like your little brother in a way. Can we start by just being friends?
That's true. Let's start by being friends, and then we can see where things go. But remember, I'm a pretty powerful woman, so be ready for that.
I hope you will be powerful.
After all of that, Gavin was left having to pay off his debt for his car, as well as his settlement to me, and for the wreck he caused when he crashed. I was also able to get a settlement from Kana as well, so hopefully she will take care of that soon. But that wasn't all for Gavin, as he tried to evade his dad, who was now dead set on giving him the company. And even with all his effort to run, his dad was able to retire and Gavin became the new CEO of it. As of right now, Gavin is having to deal with even more debt, and I'm sure he's never going to pay it all off in his lifetime. When it comes to Hayes and I, we've begun going out with one another quite a lot. And after a few months of dating, we've decided that we both want to get married. We don't plan on having a wedding or anything, rather, we'll just go to the courthouse. And then after that, we'll begin living as husband and wife. We've even talked about the branch he's running right now, and Hayes is starting to consider hiring me on to be his secretary there. I don't have all that much confidence in doing office work such as that yet, but I know that he loves me a lot and that he won't hold a few mistakes against me if I become his secretary wife.
Hey, Calvin! Can't wait for you to finally meet my parents tomorrow. Oh, I'm so happy that we're getting married.
Me too, Teresa. I just hope that your father won't hate me because I remember you telling me that he's pretty strict. I hope he doesn't say no.
Yeah, he is, but you should be okay because you're a lawyer.
What do you mean by that? So he won't like me if I wasn't a lawyer?
Oh, no, that's not what I meant. Sorry if it sounded like that. My parents are both lawyers and my brother is an apprentice lawyer, so he values education and professionalism a lot.
Oh, you never told me about this.
Really? Well, now you know. We'll show him how much we love each other, so don't worry about that. Can I ask you one favor, though? Can you lie about the schools you graduated from? Can you say that you graduated from Harvard or something?
Why do I need to lie about that?
Well, like I said, my dad is strict when it comes to education, so don't say that you completed your education through alternative and night programs, okay? It's kinda embarrassing.
Why is it embarrassing?
I don't know how to say this, but isn't a night program lower level than regular school?
There's no difference. It's just a regular school, but at night, so I never thought it was something embarrassing. It improved my skills and knowledge, and I'm proud of my accomplishments.
Okay, that's great, but just don't say that, okay?
Why? I don't want to lie about anything, so I'll be honest with it.
Seriously? You gonna embarrass me? I was able to finally find someone to marry who's a lawyer, so please don't ruin it. If my dad ends up not liking you, then I need to start over and find someone else. But I don't want to do that because I want to get married. So, can you lie about the school thing? It's only once.
I don't want to lie because that's just not me. I want to be honest about everything. I have a question though. Do you really want to get married to me? Genuinely?
What do you mean? Of course I do. You're the love of my life, and I can't imagine being with anyone else.
Sorry for asking. It just sounds like you want to get married to the lawyer me, and not me as a person. I mean, if you want to get married to a lawyer, then it doesn't have to be me.
It has to be you. You're the one I want to spend the rest of my life with.
Are you sure?
Yes, 100%.
Okay then.
Anyway, be careful for tomorrow, okay?
I don't know what you mean, but I'm just going to be myself, okay? One thing I will not do is lie.
Please, cooperate with me tomorrow, okay?
We'll see. See you tomorrow. How dare you come to my house, you loser! Is this Teresa's father? How did you know my ID? Teresa told me because I wasn't done with you. Why the hell did you leave? Do you not understand what you've done to me? So what? I just wanted a loser who graduated from a low-level school to know his place. Now that you understand, do not come close to my daughter, okay? You hear me? So, just because of that reason, you decide to look down on me, hit me with an ashtray, and kick me out? Can you still call yourself a lawyer? Of course! I became a lawyer to destroy people like you. The reason why you want to marry her is because of her money, right? You seem to be a self-proclaimed lawyer, but it's probably a scam anyways. Thank God Teresa dodged a bullet. You could have married her if you didn't talk about your education. I didn't need to hide it, because it's true, and I'm proud of it. I managed to graduate from school while working and studying at the same time because my family was poor growing up. Proud of going to a low-level school? You are something. You're just a scammer and trying to deceive our daughter, right? What are you talking about? I know everything. Every scammer that I met in my life are like that because they want money. Your plan was to say that you're a lawyer and marry Teresa and take all of her money, right? Don't you think a scammer like that deserves that punishment? I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but that is not true. Are you sure that you're a lawyer? You're offensive. Lawyers are supposed to be professional and respectful. Yes. How many times do I need to tell you? Are you insulting me? No. It's just that if you belong to the legal field, you should know that violence is not the answer. You should resolve something in a peaceful and respectful manner, you know? What is the benefit for you to beat me up? Before you answer the question, I just want to say that I'm not a scammer, okay? I just gave you a tough lesson. Yeah, let's see about that. Why would I be respectful towards you? I'll say it again, but you went to a low-level school and probably are after Teresa's money. You deserve that. What you have done constitutes a crime of violence. Do you understand that you hurt me? Yeah, and? Why are you talking like a lawyer all of a sudden? Don't act like a lawyer, kid. Excuse me? Let me guess what you're going to do. Are you going to file a police report? Yes. I knew it! If you are, there's no way you can win against me. Is that a threat? Nope. It's just a nice way of telling you to not waste your time. Do you think that I'll let a loser like you marry my daughter? Nobody marries my daughter unless they're a lawyer. Looks like you look down on people who are not lawyers. I mean, there are other professions that are equally great as being a lawyer, you know. Aren't you embarrassed to do that? Okay, you know what? I'm wasting my time arguing with you. I'll tell Teresa that the engagement is off and to dump you. I completely agree with that, so I have no objection. I already told her that I would like to call off the engagement, actually. Great! We're now strangers. Go back to your shitty life. I won't reach out to her, so please, don't worry about that. You don't feel bad about what you did to me? Of course not! You lied to marry my daughter, so I hit you! Is there something wrong? I was just protecting her. Also, give up filing a police report on me, because you can't beat me. I'm a lawyer too, by the way. Stop lying, you asshole! I wonder how you will feel if I told you that I'm actually an elite lawyer. Oh my god, just stop embarrassing yourself. I know that it's a lie, so you should shut your mouth. If you really are a lawyer, you should have heard about me. My name is Calvin Meza. What? I'm famous in this field. So if you're really a lawyer, you should know me. Are you seriously still going to lie to me? No, I'm known as the super lawyer. If you still don't know me, why not ask someone who works in the area if they know me? I'm also in newspapers and magazines. If you still don't believe me, Google my name. It's true. Calvin Meza, the 35-year-old super lawyer who never lost a case. What? How? Well, I did go to an alternative and night program, but after graduating, I was licensed to practice law immediately because I passed the bar exam on my first try. It's not good to look down on people from what school they graduated from. What? Is this all real? Yep. It says on the website too, right? I will never lie about this. I will say it again. But what you have done is a crime. If you're a lawyer yourself, why not deal with it by yourself? I'm going to sue you, so good luck with that. What are you talking about? I didn't do anything! You're still saying that you didn't do anything? Okay, let's fight this in court. What? In court? What are you talking about? Are you trying to sue me? Of course. You hit me with an ashtray, and I got hurt because of that. Did you think that I was going to forgive you? I'll make sure to take revenge, of course, with the law, not violence. Wait, can you please hold on? Hold on? To what? Can we talk about this once? No, I don't want to go back. I bet that you're plotting something with Teresa to take me back, which I won't. I found out some interesting facts about you, by the way. I contacted people, and it was really easy to get information about you. I was always wondering where you worked, because you act like you're better than everyone. She's in her room now, so I'm not plotting anything. So can you please come back? What facts? Absolutely not. So you call yourself a family of lawyers, but the real lawyer in your family is only your brother, right? Also, you failed the bar exam 4 times and gave up and couldn't become a lawyer, so you just worked in the legal field and pretended to be one. Who told you that? Why would I tell you? You probably will do the same thing to that person. Give me a hint. What's the person's initial? I can't share personal information whatsoever. I actually knew that you weren't a lawyer from the beginning, because everyone should have at least seen me once somewhere. You never talk to people around here? I don't want to waste my time talking to them! Wow. You still think you're better than everyone else? You were lying about yourself and to your whole family. Aren't you embarrassed? Shut up! So, now that you know everything, do you have anything to say? I didn't expect for this to happen. I didn't know you were a lawyer. Does that mean that you would act the same way if the person wasn't a lawyer? You not being able to answer it immediately means that you will. Hey, can we act like this never happened? Can we talk about this once? Can we act like this never happened? Are you for real? Yes, I will approve the marriage with Teresa. What? I just wanted to protect my daughter. You know, parental instinct. I seriously apologize for making fun of you and hurting you. You just want to protect yourself, right? Not at all. This apology is from the bottom of my heart. So can you please forgive me and take care of Teresa? It doesn't seem genuine. Plus, what do you mean take care of her? I'm allowing you to marry her! Aren't you happy? Why would I be? What? Did you not see that she was laughing while I was getting hit by you? I thought she was crazy, so that's why I want to call off the engagement. I almost married a psycho. Luckily, I was able to know her true colors. Excuse me? A psycho? Yes. She didn't even bother to talk back to you and laughed at someone getting hurt. If I ask someone about this situation, they'll all say that she's a psycho, so I'll stay away from her. Actually, I don't want to see her anymore. Why? I think she was panicking when that happened and couldn't think straight. Do people laugh when they're in a panic? Well, some people do, like me. I think that people normally cry or scream when they see someone get hurt. You guys are so weird. Like father, like daughter. We have a different sense of humor than normal people, okay? That's a sense of humor? That's just disgusting. You guys need help, you know. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, she probably wants to get married to you, so please, do! She wants to get married to me because I'm a lawyer. You brainwashed her by saying that she can only marry a lawyer, so I think she doesn't love me as a person. That's not true! I didn't brainwash her! She just followed her passion, and not my words. Then why is she obsessed with lawyers? I think it's because she loves Legally Blonde and Law and Order. You don't need to lie. I think she'll marry anyone who's a lawyer. No, she won't! My daughter chose the right guy, and I was wrong all along! Nope. Sorry, but it's too late now. This was a good thing because you wanted to kick me out, right? No, that's not true. I never wanted to kick you out. You left on your own. I wanted to talk to you. I doubt that. If I stayed longer, I think you would have hurt me more. Hey, do you know what else is good? What? I don't have to be related to a criminal. Criminal? Why? I'm going to sue you. I mean, you said that you're a family of lawyers, so maybe you can do something about this. Maybe your brother, who's an apprentice lawyer, can help? I seriously want to know who actually is a lawyer in your family. I will seriously apologize from the bottom of my heart. I'm so sorry. Please don't sue me. My company will find out and probably will fire me. Oh, now you're being really sorry because you're in trouble. Sorry, but I won't forgive you. I will file a police report. Why? Hey, if you have a problem with it, I don't mind going to court if you're okay with that. No, please don't! Help me! Why don't you start looking for a family member who's a lawyer? There's no one who can help me! What should I do? Then how about looking for a good lawyer then? Good luck with that, and see you at court. You shouldn't fake being a lawyer, dude. After the incident, he didn't bother to make a settlement and didn't argue in court, so I won without any problems. He now has a criminal record, and his family cut ties with him, and he even got fired from his company because of violence and is having a mental breakdown. Teresa was really desperate to take me back, but I declined and blocked her. It looks like they both moved in the middle of nowhere trying to look for jobs. I mean, this is all their fault, right?
Mandy, how late are you going to be out tonight? You hurry back to this house right now and start making me something to eat. Because you've been out of the house all day, my stomach has been in pain waiting for you to come back and cook. You really are the most useless woman ever if you're willing to let an older woman starve because you want to be out of the house all the time. I have been acting like your parent this whole time, so come home and show me the respect I deserve. I am starving. I'm sorry, Isla, but I'm at the hospital right now, though. I've had to stay here a bit later than I was expecting, so I won't be home until late tonight. Could you please make something for yourself? Huh? The hospital? Why are you, of all people, at the hospital right now? You're asking me why I'm here? Because just a little while ago, you came at me with a boiling hot cup of tea and threw it on my face. And because of that, my right eye has had a really hard time staying open due to the swelling. The doctor has already had a look at it and said that it might be very difficult for me to see out of my right eye for a while after today. And what does that have to do with me? What? I don't care about any of that. Now you get your butt home right now and start making me dinner. You are so stupid. Who do you think you are going to the hospital like that without my permission first anyway? I don't ever remember saying I was okay with you leaving this house. Now you get back here. Now! I'm sorry, Miranda. While texting with you, I was asked by the doctor to go with him and have some more exams done on me. He's done everything he can and gave me some medication and wraps to use to help my face, and I'm sorry. It's about time. Making me wait an hour for a response like that. I can't believe you did all of that without telling me. You really are nothing but trouble, Mandy. I'm sorry for leaving the house without your permission. But Miranda, why did you come out of nowhere with scalding hot tea and throw it at my face? Tell me, what did I end up doing wrong that required you to do such a thing to me? You're asking me? Mandy! I threw that tea at your face because you said you were going to that wedding. What? You were going on about it being your little brother's wedding or something like that. But that would mean you'd leave this house, you stupid idiot. That's why I had to discipline you. You deserve to have your face burned and right eye screwed up. You can't be serious. That is my little brother, my one and only brother, and one of the last members of my family. That's why I wanted to go to his wedding. Shut your mouth right now. I will not take that kind of talk from a complete stranger like you. I will have you thrown out of this house if you think you can slack off from your chores to be at your little brother's wedding. Now, if you still have any plans to go there, then go right ahead. But you will not be coming back to this house. Understood. I'm sorry. Don't you ever show me that kind of poor behavior ever again. Kyle, there's something I'm kind of wanting to ask you right now.
Oh, Mandy, why are you texting me this late at night?
This has to do with your wedding tomorrow, actually. At the moment, I have a lot of bandaging around my face, covering my right eye. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people asking a lot of questions about me, and I might be taking their attention away from you, but would it still be okay for me to attend?
What? Your face is all bandaged up. What happened to you, Mandy? Did you get into a serious accident or something?
I really don't think I could call it an accident, but
You're lying about that, right? There's no way. That's completely messed up. Nothing about that is normal for someone in your shoes to have to go through. Mandy, how are you normally being treated over at that household?
How am I normally being treated? I like to think this is how things are for me every day.
Are you kidding? So you're telling me things like sustaining second and third degree burns on your face due to your mother-in-law is a common occurrence there?
Well, I'm sure what happens here isn't right. Actually, this was the first time I'd been hurt this badly by her. Normally, she'd just be pushing me down the stairs or throwing away my cooking and making me start again. There have also been times where she'd lock me in my room for a day or two.
She would lock you in your room for a day or two? None of that is anywhere close to normal, and it's outright dangerous. That is all absolutely screwed up what you're having to go through. Nothing about that is normal. And what happened to your husband? He's living there with you as well, right? Has he not been saying anything to his mom about how she's treating you?
All he says to me is that things were a lot worse for him when he was younger, so I'm actually being treated pretty nicely by her.
Huh?
Well, I was always a little bit spoiled when I was younger, right? And that can be seen by how useless I am now, right? Well, my mother-in-law has stepped in for Mom and Dad and has been raising me the right way by disciplining me.
Wait a second. Are you actually being serious right now, Mandy?
Yes. I'm actually really thankful for what my mother-in-law has done for me. However, she told me that if I go to your wedding tomorrow, she would have me exiled from her house. And I'd never be able to go back there. Oh, that's left me feeling a little bit confused now. What should I do now? I'm not feeling good about either choice I have. I can't believe that someone as kind as her would say she'd have me exiled from her house like that.
Mandy, pull yourself together, please.
What?
Look, you and I, for the longest time now, we've both been raised with very different views of things from everyone else, right? I mean, Mom and Dad both beat us a lot when we were younger, and that's why we feel like we were always the bad children, and they were perfectly good parents. We never had the luxury of having loving parents, and we're told that all of our family members outside the house were fake and just trying to tempt us away from them, right?
Well, they were, and that's why Mom and Dad never let us meet with any of them, because they were too kind.
Well, that was all wrong!
What do you mean?
My wife, when she learned about how much hell I'd been through at home, she made sure to show me what a true, loving family was. She and her parents both gave me the warmth that my body had been needing from a family all my life. Right now, I'm living with my wife's parents, right? Well, they have both done all they could to show me what having real, caring parents is like. And I thank them every day for that. When I come home to them, I scream out that I'm home, and they greet me with hugs and kisses. That's the way normal families should be.
There's no way. That can't be true, right?
I'm sure that's what you want to think, right? All right, I get it. At the moment, you don't want to go home to your family, right?
Not really. Actually, I don't think I can because of what my mother-in-law said.
Then you come to our house. I just spoke with my mother-in-law, and she said it was totally okay for you to come here and stay the night with us. She said she'd even get the bath all warmed up and ready, although you might not want to go in if your face is burnt.
What?
You're still out and not near your in-laws' house, right? If you tell me where you're at, I can ask my father-in-law to drive us out to come get you. So please, tell me, Mandy.
How long have you been out of this house now without coming back? It's because you've been gone for so long now that the house is a mess. I'll forgive you for not coming home at all and making me my early morning breakfast if you come home right now, you idiot woman. I'm no longer going back to that house. Huh? Do you have any idea what you're saying right now? Today, I'll be at my little brother's wedding. Here, I'll be meeting with my real family and enjoying their presence. I even stayed with some of them last night, and that's where I learned what a true family is like, and how horrible things have been in that toxic environment you call home. What are you going on about right now? I am not here to listen to you go on about your delusions, so get home and start doing the chores right now. I am not going back. And since I'm a complete stranger, like you said, there is nothing I'm attached to there anymore. Huh? A while back, you threatened to have your son divorce me and even went out to get all of the divorce papers filled out and ready to hand into the courthouse, right? Well, I took those from you after that day and had been holding on to them every day since. And just a little bit ago, I went and dropped them off at the courthouse before making my way to this wedding. So I'm no longer a part of your family, fair and square. What did you say? I am no longer your son's wife, which means that you and I are now legally strangers to one another. I may have spent years taking loads of crap from you guys in that house, but I finally had enough of it last night and will no longer call myself your family. From now on, I'd like for you all to rot in hell there. I'm going to make sure that those years of pain and torture you all put me through is thrown right back at you. It's freaking pathetic watching you say things that don't make any sense at all to me. Did you seriously get a divorce from my son? I don't remember ever saying that you leaving my son was okay. I will not let you get away with doing something as selfish as that. Since I've been asking for you to come home all week, yet you haven't made even a single attempt to, I'm having all your things thrown out of your room right now. All of those lovely photos of you and your little brother together will all be thrown into the trash out back and burned up later. Is that really okay with you, Mandy? I'm sure that would break your heart, wouldn't it? Since you're now aware of what I'm willing to do, get your butt back to this house right now. If not even this is enough to make you understand just how much of a screw-up you've been, then I'll have to take even more drastic measures. Go ahead. If you want to toss all my things, be my guest. Huh? Do you have any idea what I'm saying? These are not just empty threats coming from me. I don't really care, honestly. It's not like I ever had much to begin with. Also, there are no photos of me and my little sister over at your house. What? My family wasn't the best when I was growing up anyway, so I never had many photos of my brother and I taken when we were together. I'm sure the only reason you're trying to make threats like that towards me now is because you guys are in dire need of a working drone again, right? Well, I'm not going back to that life. Oh, just get your ass back here right now! The inside of this house is a dang mess, and I will not let it stay this way any longer. Then how about you get back to it and clean your house up yourself? On another note, the bank will be asking you guys to pay off the rest of the loan here soon, so please do what you can to pay it off. Huh? A loan? What the hell are you going on about now? Both that house you all have been living in and the car that you guys have been using were bought with loans, right? And my husband has been forcing me to pay off both of those loans by myself. He told me that since I was the one working, I should be the one to pay off things in the house. And that makes total sense to me. Since you were going to continue working after marrying my son, then you should be putting all that money into the house and family. Yes, and I totally agree with that. Hence why I would put the $2,500 I made each month into the house. Yet that wasn't even enough, so I had to start using up my savings and putting in another $500 every month, making a total of $3,000. But now that I'm a complete stranger to all of you, there's no reason for me to be paying anymore, right? I want for you guys who are still living there and who are still using that car to pay instead of me. Every month you were putting $3,000 into this house? There's no way we can cover that every month for you. I want to know why you were even having to pay that much. Are you trying to lie to me now in order to make yourself look good? No, I think you've just forgotten is all. After you went and had the inside of the house completely remodeled and then all brand new furniture placed inside, the price of things went way up. And then you said when getting a new car that you wanted the most expensive SUV they had on the lot, which only made us have to get a bigger loan. Neither the house or that car are mine, though, so there's literally no reason for me to have to pay for them anymore. If you're not going to be able to pay off the rest of those loans, then sell the house and the car. That will be your worst-case scenario, I'm sure. I am not screwing around right now. Why do we have to do all of that now? We are not paying for any of this. You are going to be paying for the rest of this house and car, whether you like it or not. Mandy, why are you being such a child about all of this? Stop being such an embarrassment and come here right now to help us. Good morning, Miranda. And what could you be going on about today? Don't you play dumb with me. I just got a call from the police explaining to me that I am a suspect in a crime and need to follow up with them. All I did was discipline you, all right? I can't believe that someone your age isn't aware of the most basic things, and I feel so bad for you because of that. Oh, so that's what you're upset about. Well, that was me who informed the police about what happened. Well, you tell those police to leave me alone and then come back here and pay up. You're screwed in the head if you think that I'm a criminal. Actually, the reason I think you're a criminal is because you are one. And so I had to tell the police about what you'd done. Huh? Even if it wasn't as bad as I first thought, you still assaulted me. There have also been cases of abuse within your house, both verbally and physically. Had I not told the police, then I would have never been able to live with the things that have happened to me. Of course, before, I was able to live with what you'd done to me because I thought that was all normal. But now I am very much aware that what happened to me was anything but. So now I'm going to make sure your crimes are handled in a professional and legal way. You hold it right there. I haven't done any of those things to you. Stop trying to frame me for something I haven't done. Actually, you have done plenty of terrible things to me now, and that's why the police are taking all of this very seriously. All because you seem to think that me working a full-time job wasn't enough, and that I had to be home to take care of all the house as well for you all. Then there were times you'd run your mouth about how my cooking was terrible and toss it all. Do you have any idea how much food you've wasted? I put in so much work making food for you and everyone else, yet there were times you wouldn't even try it, instead calling it disgusting before throwing it all away. It's your fault for making such tasteless food for a household of classy eaters. Honestly, I just thought you were always trying to make food for us with leftovers. You can't call what I did a crime when it was only the natural thing for me to do. You really think I'm complaining about that alone? Excuse me? All those days you'd have guests over, I had to be the one to prepare everything. And if there was ever anything wrong, even if it was the slightest mistake regarding those preparations, you'd start to hit me in the back with a broom close to 100 times. Then there were days you wouldn't let me eat anything while locking me in a room. Sometimes that would be for a few hours, and other times a few days. There were plenty of times I thought I was going to die in that house. But I had no idea what a good family was and thought the way I was being treated was normal at the time. I always thought there was something wrong with me because my parents spoiled me with the ideas that everything was my fault. And you're right to think that because how you've been treated is normal. I've now had to take on the responsibility of disciplining a useless and dumb woman. And that means you have no right to be complaining about any of it. But the thing is, your house has been anything but normal. When I told my little brothers-in-law all about what happened there, they were all up in arms. And do you want to know what my brother's wife said? She said that the fact my own husband wouldn't even step in to protect me from you shows that he is messed up as well. She told me that my husband most likely didn't even love me. My brother's wife was furious to learn about what happened. And because of that, I finally realized that my husband wasn't meant for me. Having a family of people who had nothing to do with me worrying so much finally opened my eyes to what the problems were. Everything that you guys had been doing to me was all criminal and has to be dealt with. What the actual hell is this? I have no idea what's going on. You have been brainwashed by these fools. Brainwashed! You've just been lied to by this family of heathens, and now you're having these strange delusions about what a family should really be. Don't call my brother and his family heathens. What? They gave me a place to stay when I worried about going back home to you. And they all listened to me and my concerns when I was about to break down and cry. They were all strangers to me who I had never even met before. Yet they were all worried about me and asked me over and over about what happened. This was the first time in my life where I had people around me who showed that they were really upset about what happened and wanted me to feel loved. I can worry about you too. That's the whole reason I've started to message you like this in the first place. The only thing you're worried about right now is the fact that you no longer have a slave in that house, right? I have finally been given the gift of love from a group of strangers and will no longer be going back to the place where I was abused. And until you all have paid for the pain you brought me, I am not ending my talks with the police. I'm not some doll you all can get away with beating up now. Huh? Don't talk back to me like that. Especially when you're the most useless and stupid woman to ever walk this earth. Say whatever you'd like about me, but I am never going to feel scared and saddened about the things you say to me anymore. I'm going to make sure that in order to save everyone else from having to suffer through your guys' hell, that you are all crushed and can no longer get up. If you think you can do anything to us, then show me. The most a weakling like yourself could possibly do to us is make us laugh. I'll show you, though. I'll make you regret ever baring your teeth like that to me. Hey, stop acting like a child and respond to me right now. What happened to all that power you had yesterday? You've always acted like a coward, so I'm sure there's no more fight left within you now. But I've had enough from you, so be ready for the beating of a lifetime. I'll make sure to discipline you with every bit of my body so that you will never be able to talk back to me ever again.
Hello. Sorry for using my older sister's phone. I'm her little brother, Kyle. My sister has had to spend years dealing with abusers and is now sound asleep, finally getting some good sleep at this house. That's why I'll be talking with you right now and letting her sleep in this morning.
Huh? So you're going to be taking her place talking to me then? You have the same blood as that useless woman, so I'm sure you're just as pathetic, right? I'm sure whatever you have to say to me means nothing at all, so get your sister to talk to me right now or I swear I'll...
And why should I have to listen to what a criminal wants? I'll make sure to have our lawyer get in touch with you soon so you can have the much more serious talk with them. And if you're still talking like that, then good luck getting out of this mess you've created.
What the... You guys have a lawyer now?
Well, of course. Mandy needs to make sure she has someone to support her when asking for a settlement from you. And I'll have you know this right now. My sister is not changing her mind on what she wants from you. So I would highly recommend you and your family start working together with a lawyer if you hope to have any chance of lessening your punishments.
Wait just a second. Why are you talking about something like that right now? A lawyer? A settlement? All of that is the kind of stuff you only hear about in dramas.
Well, unfortunately, right now we're dealing with a lot of drama, so this has to happen. What you did to my sister was all crimes, and some of those could have very well been considered life-threatening crimes. I think she has every right to have you all pay her a settlement for the damages and ask that the judge sentence you to some time. I'm hoping that she gets away with pulling a massive settlement from you before you go.
I'm not taking this from my daughter-in-law. I won't let her take anything from me or send me to prison. And having to pay for a lawyer would be a complete waste of our money. Eliana doesn't even have any money left either, so how is she paying for a lawyer in the first place?
Ah, if that's what concerns you, just know that my family is paying for her lawyer.
What?
My wife happens to be a lawyer herself, so she was able to find someone in his firm that could help us at a reduced cost. Actually, the man she's found for Mandy is one of the best lawyers in this city when it comes to things like domestic harassment and assault.
Your wife is a lawyer?
Yes, which means she is friends with a lot of the police force and has friends who are detectives as well. She's already got in touch with one of his detective friends, and they've begun to investigate your family to make sure they have accounts of all the things you've done. We already assumed we'd find lots of things like assault and harassment within your family based on what Mandy told us. But who knew you guys were also known for theft and scamming? Seems you guys have been on the run from all of that, too?
You guys were able to find out about all of that as well?
Of course! But you guys were able to run away before the police or anyone could find you, until now. So don't be surprised when the police begin to ask about that later as well, and the judge, of course. We've already told the police about it with the evidence we found, so it's only a matter of time before they come to your house. Be prepared to be taken into their custody soon.
Wait a second, please. You're only causing my head to spin more and more by saying that, so can we please discuss this in...
We're not discussing anything with you anymore. We don't want to be in close proximity to those that not only assault and harass, but rob and scam people as well. It's time for you to be judged for your crimes, right? And once you've had to pay my sister for everything you've done to her, I believe you and your family will be losing everything. Normally, that would leave you on the streets with nothing at all, but luckily, you'll be in prison after paying, so you'll still be fed and housed.
If that happens to me, I won't have a life after getting out. I don't care what all we did. You shouldn't be wanting to send us to jail, right? Do something to stop those police. If you let us all fall, then we'll never be able to get back up.
After all those years of hurting my sister under your oppression, what makes you think I'm listening to you now? This is what you deserve for your crimes, so take it on the chin like an adult and stop being such a problem for everyone. You're nothing more than monsters. I won't let you do any of that crap to anyone ever again. Are you all right, Mandy? I'm glad to hear that your fever has gone down some, but if you want to eat something, please let me know. I can make you something up right now or order something. If you want some ice cream or some jelly, let me know, please.
Thank you, Kyle. I'm sorry for leaving everything up to you in the end like that after passing out. I really am so weak.
What are you saying, Mandy? Your body is so beat up right now that I'd want you going to a hospital if I could have my way. When this is all over with, we're taking you to see a doctor, okay? We need to make sure there isn't something worse going on inside you and that it will all heal with rest and time.
I'm sorry this has all had to happen right after your wedding.
Stop apologizing to me for everything, okay? Also, this is me paying you back.
What?
The one who had always been protecting me from Mom and Dad back in the day was you. You also handled things like my college fees and telling Mom and Dad off when they came looking for me. I know that you've pretty much been doing everything to take care of me.
You knew about all of that?
I'm your little brother, aren't I? Of course I'd find out who was taking care of me like that when it's my own sister. I want to say, you have been working so hard all your life for other people besides yourself. So from here on out, let me care for you. I'm not your little brother hiding behind your back anymore.
That's very true. I can't believe you grew up so fast without me ever noticing. I'm so happy.
Come on now, stop talking like you're my mother or something.
I'm sorry. Someday I'm going to have to thank you properly for all of this.
And I'm telling you, you don't have to. All I ask is that you focus on getting better again. You've put up a fight for long enough now, and it's your time to relax. So from now on, if you're starting to feel unwell or sick, let me know, and I'll be there for you. When you passed out like that, I was freaking out.
Sorry about that. I didn't think that I'd be making all of you worry about me like that. I've always been so used to having to care for myself on my own, so when I saw all of you worrying about me, I had no idea what to do.
I'm sure you're still thinking about everything you'll have to do after today, but look, think of the time you have right now as rehabilitation. You don't have to overwork or anything, just as long as you take the time to feel better again.
That's true, actually. I'll think of things like that then.
See, I want you to start right now learning how to relax and let others do things for you. Actually, I want you to tell me right now how you feel about me. You've never said anything about how you think of me before, right? So give it a try right now.
Now that you mention it, I don't think I've ever spoken out about anyone. Saying this right now is going to be a bit embarrassing. But if I don't say anything, you'll never know, right? So I'll say it. Thank you so much, and I love you a ton, Kyle. In the end, everyone in Miranda's family was arrested by the police and taken to jail, where they all awaited their court hearings. There, I was able to get a settlement from both Miranda herself and my ex-husband, which ended up being for more than they had combined in their bank accounts. Iris was also charged with multiple accounts of assault and 2 charges of attempted murder, while the whole family was charged with things like robbery, grand theft auto, and fraud. And just like I had told Miranda, they all would end up going to prison to do some time, which is actually lucky for them considering they had to sell their house in order to pay those settlements off. So better there than nowhere at all. I think that my ex and his dad would be getting around 5 years in total, while Iris got 15 years, which at her age is pretty much a wrap. I can definitely say one thing though, and that's that she will never be hurting anyone again, and I'm sure the same can be said for my ex too. My brother was very happy with the end results, and I think his whole family was cheering when the trial and everything was over and finished in my favor. When that was all done, we went out for dinner at a 5-star hotel outside town, where I got to have my first ever course dinner and have food cooked for myself for once. I told everyone that since I'd been getting a lot of money from Miranda and them, I'd pay for everyone's dinner. But the moment I brought that up to the family, every single person said no to me in unison, which just goes to show I'm in good hands now. As for myself, I was originally thinking that after my body had healed up and I got most of my sight back in my right eye, I'd leave my brother's family's house. But none of them wanted me leaving their house just yet, and instead chose to have me hired as their part-time housemaid. I am having to do a lot of the chores and cooking I was doing before. However, this time I was being paid to do them while also being thanked and not having to worry about being hurt in any way. My body still has a ways to go in terms of healing, as my face is still getting some work done on it through grafting and having the wraps replaced. However, the doctor did say that in a few more weeks I could keep them off and start taking showers and things like that again. I also ended up going to see the doctor for a full body exam a week after everything was settled, and there I learned that I had broken one of my ribs at one point, but it was all healed up now and not worth worrying about. I was also told to start taking large amounts of vitamin D, since it had been a long time since I last went into the sun and was starting to feel that for sure. All in all, though, my body did end up holding itself together pretty well, and the doctor told me that within a couple of months I should be feeling 100%, as long as I kept on getting the sleep I needed and resting a lot. Right now, I think I'm feeling the happiest I have ever felt, and it only took me close to 30 or so years.